I'm glad you asked. Let's talk about it. So try gender and the way you identify.
You know, I'm kind of sick and tired of this stuff. I tried being nice about it, trying to work around it, trying to have conversations with people, but people just don't listen. So if you don't like strong opinions, you might want to keep scrolling. To the people that are still here, this is what I want to say. At what point are we going to sit here and say, okay, they're just going too far with this? And yes, I mean they. The people within the LGBTQ community, I believe that just gender is just a spectrum. You can say that's transphobia all you want, but I have nothing against trans people. I just believe that what you believe is just wrong. And no, I'm not talking about your rights as a human, but I'm talking about your idea as far as what you believe gender means. The idea that gender is just a spectrum. I think people tend to forget that gender and sex were synonyms up until the early 1900s. And even then, it wasn't used like it is today, talk about how gender is a spectrum. People like to bring in other religions and other cultures and say, oh, well, other cultures have different names or different terms for different genders. But in actuality, they do, but they're talking about something completely different than what you're talking about. The idea that there's such thing as tri-gender, like seriously? People like to say, oh, well, definitions just change over time. Like, no, definitions just do not change over time. We tweak some words, but as far as we're concerned, definitions don't change. We just make new words up and give them definitions. People just don't like the fact that science doesn't include some people, and some people don't have the backbone to tell someone that they're wrong. Like, what you're saying is not correct and not scientifically accurate. I'm sick and tired of us having to dance around this like, no, you're wrong. It's crazy because I've seen trans women or trans men on this app being able to say, yes, I'm not biologically a male or a female, and I acknowledge that. I'm trans. But I see other trans women on this app saying that they actually have a menstrual cycle when in actuality they were biologically a man. Like, what are you saying? I recently saw a video of a trans woman trying to tell a biological woman what a menstrual cycle is and what a period is. Like, you have no experience in that area to be saying that. We've let this go so far. Like, me personally, I don't care what you do with your life. It's your life. You only get one life, so do whatever you want to do. But it becomes a point where we need to stop this and say, okay, now you're pushing the boundaries of science and logic. Like, you can identify however you want to identify, but if you're biologically a male, then you're a male, and acknowledge that. Don't say that you're a woman or you're a trans woman and telling other biological women what a menstrual cycle or what a period is. Like, how do you sound right now? And like, tri-gender, like, come on now.